Hey y'all, uh, it's April the 9th, 2016. I want to talk to y'all real quick about something. From what I understand, you may or may not have heard of this, but there's a website, it's called Twitter, twitter.com. And people go on there and they create certain things like hashtags, or they say things and then they put a hashtag after it. And, certain hashtags get real popular. If I'm not mistaken, from what I've heard, and I've heard this from a couple different sources, is that the most trending hashtag on Twitter right now is hashtag resist capitalism. Right? That was very disturbing. I found that very disturbing, right? Especially since there's a lot of people in America who use the Twitter. Right? And so since I found it so disturbing, I thought I would have a quick talk with y'all. This is especially for the millennials out there, for the young children out there. I want to talk to y'all real quick. All right? Don't get me wrong. I thoroughly love debates. I love talking with people who have different perspectives, so that I can expand my horizons. So if there's certain things about socialism you find if you like, you can talk to me about it, or maybe I have no problem with you liking certain things about socialism. All right, I'll let you know over here. I've never seen anything ever, ever, ever to like about it at all. Maybe you can convince me. Maybe you'll be the first one. All right, but I can't blame them for that. See, but the thing is, what I have a problem with is there's a lot of folks out there, and especially millennials, who are absolutely gung ho for the socialism. Like they just won't take anything else for an answer. They want socialism. They want it now. They want it now. All right. So I got to imagine that the majority of the folks hashtagging out resist capitalism, they're the ones who are gung ho. They're all in on the socialism, all right? That's what I have to imagine. And I also have to imagine there's a lot of folks out there who just kind of like certain things about socialism. They've heard of different other countries, especially over in Europe, who done socialism a little bit, and they're like, that didn't seem to hurt them very much. All right, so I want to make an appeal to those folks who aren't really sure what they're talking about, and they've also hashtagged out resist capitalism because they think that that's bad. All right. Thing is, I'll never mention free market, which is actually that's really what you should be talking about. But they put resist capitalism. Here's what I want to talk to you about. All right. There's resisting capitalism. Hashtag resist capitalism. And then there's another hashtag that I don't know if I heard of before, or maybe I'm just inventing it right now. Perhaps I'm inventing it right now, and that would be resisting consumption. Hashtag resist consumption. Because here's the thing. Here's the debating point for a lot of these socialists out here is humans are ruining the earth. They hate humans because they're ruining the earth, right? And that they're all in it for the greed, and they're all breathing out carbon dioxide, and that's bad. All right, that's bad to them. All right, but the thing is, if you really want to make a difference, you wouldn't hashtag resist capitalism. You would hashtag resist consumption. Here's the thing about it. Here's the main difference that I want to express to you, and I want you to try and absorb it real quick. All right, I know that you're still fresh and green, and you haven't experienced life very much. The idea of hashtag resist capitalism, the only way for that to take effect is if you or somebody else who is socialist in nature forces that idea on everyone else. You have to violently force it through legislation and then through the police and then through guns and murder. Right? This is the only way to resist capitalism. Right? On the other hand, if you resist consumption, you might lower your carbon footprint. You might be able to save some money and give it to some poor folks. You might be able to, use less electricity. You might be able to stop wasting so much. You might be able to save food and share food with folks. There's a world of possibilities if you just resist consumption. And the beautiful thing about resisting consumption is that you only have to force yourself to do it. You just have to take it upon yourself, and you don't have to violently force it on anybody else. You just have to look at yourself in the mirror. You got a mirror? You look at yourself in that mirror and you say, okay, well, how can I help the planet? Right? Because hashtag resist capitalism, but that is you're looking at everybody else and you're saying, how are these people ugly? How can I stop these people? How can I forcibly stop these people from having what they want? Right? That's hashtag resist capitalism. That's what that means in essence. Hashtag resist consumption. I don't know if it's made or if I had to make it. I don't have a Twitter. Right? That is you looking in the mirror and you deciding how you can help everybody else. All right. That's pretty much all I had to share with y'all today. It's something to think about, especially for y'all millennials. All right. I know you're thinking about those socialist countries in Europe. Here's the thing about it. Those socialist countries in Europe, they wouldn't be nearly so successful if it wasn't for the free market. Hashtag free market. That's what you need to think about. Hashtag free market. Hashtag choices. Hashtag you pay less for things. Hashtag actual real liberalism. Hashtag everybody can have what they want, and nobody has to violently force people into prisons and murder them for what they want. All right. All sort of hashtags. Anyways, hope y'all can think about that for a second. There's many different ways. If you can hashtag resist consumption. All right? You're gonna have to start with a mirror. If you don't got one, go ahead and find one.